What's up, folks? A little bit earlier this week, we got a quick update from the developers of Warhammer Combat Cards, and I just wanted to go ahead and highlight it real quick. So, looking at this ability, this is the Warlord factor, the Warlord ability for Zephyr Blade, the Autarch of the Eldari. And there's a key thing changed in this, and you probably already saw it. Maybe you just gloss over this because you've read it a bunch of times. But it says when any card is destroyed, said that before, all your cards, including those in your deck, gain +3 ranged attack. So the key there is they've removed that Eldari limitation. So it used to be faction limited, and a lot of Warlord abilities used to be faction limited. Yeah, so they just removed that. So that faction limitation is gone, which, and I do want to be very clear about this. So the only time that's going to come up at all is in unranked or casual. So if you're playing in casual play or in campaigns. And in those specifically, in campaigns, it's going to apply only to the cards you're actually able to take from that faction. So if one of those campaigns you see that there are, I haven't been playing these very much, don't judge me too much, but right here, when the player faction or the enemy faction is multiple factions included, then you can include bodyguards in any combination with the available warlords there. So that'll be kind of fun, and it will actually help a lot of players like me compete a little bit more aggressively in some of the campaigns that may be a little bit more challenging otherwise. Like a Marine campaign, my Marine cards are not terribly high level, so I really appreciate that as a way to kind of keep at it. I think it's nice, and one of the things with it only being unranked play is that it does mean that it'll be a lot less, it's not really going to impact the overall game too much. So the casual play may affect a lot of players. Love to hear some feedback on that if it's bad. But for ladder, it's not going to have any impact at all. And for most campaigns where you can only run one faction, it's not going to apply at all. So, all good. But that was it. I just wanted to go ahead and talk through that. I saw the announcement. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. That's a thing. I mean, yeah, I'll enjoy it in some campaigns, but we'll see what happens. And then I made the mistake of reading the comments on the developer blog, which you're never supposed to read the comments. But one commenter pointed out something kind of important. That being that one of the warlords whose faction restriction was removed is Captain Akaran. And his ability, of course, is when the first time a friendly card would be destroyed, it instead has 5 wounds remaining. Now, the commenter mentioned that he now has access to endless cards. So, so you will not have to kill some of his cards twice, you'll have to kill some of his cards 4 times. Fortunately, basically all endless cards out there are fairly weak. Either don't do a bunch of damage or there are exceptions. There are definitely exceptions. I take it back. So that's definitely a thing. So the faction limitation being removed there is going to be extremely powerful. Yeah, but also consider like Badrak, for example, as a balance. Now his thing, yep, any of your cards. So now this applies to any card, whether it's an Orc attack card or not, which is going to be nuts if you just fill these with some of the cheaper ranged Space Marine cards. So yeah, it's a whole new world. But again, only unranked, non-competitive games. I think PvP was also not included. Maybe. I'll have to check that. But yeah, so there it is. Hopefully that's informative, and good luck out there.